It's showtime.
Breaking news from the BS and Beer News Desk.
That's right. Falcons hate week ends successfully with the Saints taking care of business, beating the stupid Falcons 20-17. I am Dale. With me is Trell from Sports For You. What's up, man?
What's up, man? What's good, man? We got happy faces today on the Sunday.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, it feels so good. It's like winning the Super Bowl, beating the stupid Falcons. I hate the Falcons.
Yes, I love Cool for the day, but I hate the Falcons.
Man, cool just beat us the last game, and then this game he was terrible.
Very, very terrible. I mean, the one that doinked off, it's like I couldn't believe he missed that one.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that either. Yeah, he had some easy shots that did not go in, and look, he is pretty much automatic. When I see him coming onto the field, I just think, that's 3 points for them. But,
second best kicker in the league behind Tucker.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, if you guys have him in fantasy, he didn't get too many negative points for you. Because there are some leagues that do negative points when your kicker misses.
Oh no, I did. He did give me negative points, but when he made the extra point on that touchdown, it went back to positive two points.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, man, let's start off with this game. Early on, the Saints being pretty aggressive, taking some shots and all this kind of stuff. Also going for it on fourth down in the red zone. They came up empty, and early in the game, we saw Fuaga left early, the left tackle. So Unway or whatever comes in at left tackle and plays. But the Saints still jump out to an early lead, 3-0 with a groupie field goal. So what are you thinking early on with these things going on?
I was thinking, just no matter what, just don't let Kirk Cousins go off. Try to contain their RBs, which is still an issue, and we still have a little bit of difficulty on.
Yes.
But when he went out, I'm like, well, this isn't new for us now. It's like we losing players left and right all the time. So next man up, get the Cousins if you can. Keep the O-line, intact for Kamara, because Kamara's picking up right where he left off last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is looking pretty good in this game here. But look, the surprise of the day on the offensive side, Derek Carr finds Marquez Valdez-Scantling, MVS, 40 yards for a touchdown. And this is something I think that Derek Carr he has to have in his game. He has to have a deep shot.
Yeah. It's like it's part of his arsenal, those deep passes. And to be honest, I forgot how fast Marquez Valdez-Scantling was, because he's been traded to so many teams this season for, dropping passes. So I forgot how fast he was. So he pretty much, for the time being, replaced Shaheed as that deep threat. And that was like the first play of that drive. They was like, we just gonna do this. So the first play of the drive was a touchdown. I'm like, oh, so that's the old Valdez-Scantling. I'm like, it's about time he shows up. But Dennis Allen and Kubiak, for some reason, when we first got him, they didn't want to test that out. And the moment Dennis Allen gets fired, that was the first thing they did. I'm like, progress.
Yeah, I did. I was listening to Things Radio during the game, and they say a couple of the players were saying on the defensive side that the removal of Dennis Allen is going to allow them to freelance a little bit more, get into ball hawking kind of positions, playmaking positions. And so that's something to expect from seeing a different person in charge of the defense. But also back to Valdez Scantling, like this was a high draft pick, a guy who was fast. He's got all of the physical traits you want in a receiver, the consistency in his catching and like the route running that's the problem and the reason why he's kind of moved around different places. But it worked out today. I'm so glad we got to get him on the team. Listen, we've had a bunch of receivers just on the team, soaking up roster spots, not developing. I knew this guy would be able to make the team better as far as the third and fourth receiver positions on the Saints team. And so early on, I talked about the Chiefs cutting players. And don't get me wrong, he didn't come directly from the Chiefs, came from Buffalo, getting cut from Buffalo, but he did play for the Chiefs last year. And I told Craig, like, hey man, whoever the Chiefs cut, we need to bring him in. And then he was like, oh man, the receivers for the Chiefs sucked last year. And I was like, well, they may have sucked, but they're still better than what we got.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes a change of scenery could be beneficial, especially that our top two receivers are out. So yeah, at some point he needs to be the focal point and to pay dividend because he's a veteran wide receiver in a room full of guys who were on the practice squad 3 weeks ago. So
exactly.
Perfect pickup.
Let's just see if this guy can put it all together. Because if he can put it all together, he's gonna be a danger, man. And so after this 40-yard play, a couple plays later, we see Carr throwing another one on to him, another deep shot. So this brings it. I'm sorry, and then followed up by a slant route to MVS. And that brings it to 17-7 Saints. I think here Carr he's found a receiver that he's going to be building some chemistry with. He's comfortable throwing to him. He loves his fast receivers. And like I said, the guy is a bigger guy, and he has the physical tools to be that kind of receiver that you want to see.
And he's fast.
Yes, fast. And so speaking of players coming out of the blue, there was a Peyton Turner sighting. He got a sack fumble, bro. And I'm like, what is going on? Peyton Turner?
Oh, I got you even better. Cam Jordan reminded everybody, hey, I'm still on this team.
Oh, yeah.
he get his first sack of the year.
Oh, yes, we did see. He bulldozed the dude too. I mean, straight up, he saved all that strength all season for that move right there.
Yeah, man. when it comes to the Falcons, man, everybody turns superhuman for the night.
That's exactly right,
them dudes, man. Damn it! I'm glad we got that payback.
Yes. Man, this was remarkable seeing this. And so still in the first half here, the Saints block a field goal, and it turns out to be Ridgeway. This is the defensive tackle that we traded for from Washington, probably like right before cut downs and everything happened or whatever, right around cut downs. And so, hey, that's somebody we invested in. And Myers paying dividends in the actual regular season game. Shout out to Ridgeway, man.
Shout out to our corners. Drake London got a few catches because it's Drake London, but they didn't, with Marshawn Lattimore being gone. The corners stepped up and they didn't lock anyone down, but they didn't give up any touchdown passes either, except for maybe they didn't give up any touchdown passes at all.
Yes, that's correct.
So
they had a couple of big plays they gave up. like the 33-yarder to Mooney. But yeah, for what you said, they didn't allow a touchdown. So shout out to the defense for that.
So I'm going to make this short and sweet, but I am going to miss Marshawn. Dude was, in my opinion, the greatest corner we had in a long time, if not ever. So his departure is going to be missed, but I'm glad to see that our corners they stepped up, and if as long as Taylor gets his mind right on far as these penalties goes, he'll be all right.
Yeah, he got quite a few penalties this game. He's been they're kind of working him a little bit, I think, with them going out to that outside corner position. He's been playing the entire season in the slot mostly. So I don't think we're going to miss him as much. Don't even he's a good player, but Marshawn Lattimore that is, but he was always hurt, dealing with something or unhappy about something, and
I mean,
therefore would play.
But when he's healthy, dude is top 5 corner in the league, man.
Yeah,
like, we can't just ignore that part. I mean,
yes,
I understand he's not happy because we've been losing. I mean, you'd be unhappy too if everyone's losing. But I get it. To things have to happen, and usually 9 times out of 10, corners don't last on the same team for a very long time. We happen to have them for a while. Kamara was the focal point. We kept him. So, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss him because when he's healthy, because you gotta remember when we play the Bucks, Mike Evans usually on lock. Well, we ain't gotta worry about Mike Evans this season, but if we wind up playing them again, we don't have Lattimore. So it's, you know what I'm saying? So dude is a great corner that we've had in recent memory. So yeah, I'm for sure definitely gonna miss him.
Yeah. So getting back to the little sequence here, we had a big defensive stand. We held the Falcons to a field goal, and that brought the score to 17-10 Saints. And so this was huge because I thought like at this point in the game, we were kind of matching scores a little bit, and the game was trying to draw in closer and everything like that. And so I felt comfortable with only allowing a field goal, but then on our next possession, we answer with a field goal of our own, and we bringing it back to 2010 Saints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we was playing chess.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they score, we respond with a score. So we at least try to keep it, one step ahead of them because we was playing them well, and all it would take is something big to break down, and that would have been it. So the fact that we was at least finding a way to score, and our kicker was making them. So
yeah,
it's just the defense pretty much kept us in the game because the first half again we was clicking like we were in the first two weeks, and we got it to 2010. Like, as long as we keep it at least 10 points ahead of them, 2 scores ahead of them, we beat the way this game was going back and forth.
Right.
It was perfect.
Yes. All right. And so so now they get the ball back, and oh my God, Bijan Robinson busts an outside run, 47 yards. That cuts the lead to 2017 Saints. This is something we definitely had a problem stopping consistently throughout the game. Bijan finished with 20 carries, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. Algier actually finished with 11 carries, 59 yards. So they ran the ball very well.
Mm-hmm. They did. And again, it goes back to us having problems still stopping the run. And they didn't learn from the first time we played them how Bijan and the other one was just going off on the run. So it's like that's once we finally get that locked down, I think we'd be a way better football team on defense because that's the missed tackles. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's been a couple of years now. We still can't stop a run.
Yeah, man. Seriously. So this is when we see Pete Warner go to the locker room for some kind of injury. So we had Willie Gay come in at linebacker. He played a couple series. Pete Warner did come back later on. But yeah, that doesn't help to contribute to stopping the run when you have your one of your best linebackers leave. And so kind of going back to the pass interference problems with Alontae Taylor, we saw him commit a really bad pass interference while he was covering Mooney. Now sometimes like you commit bad pass interference, bro, but it's like it's a bad pass. Like you just let up and it'll be fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and even if he caught it, he would have been out of bounds.
Right. Yeah, man. So, it's just something he'll have to learn, I guess, and just get more comfortable with doing. So, yeah, after this sequence here, this is when Cam bulldozed his way to the quarterback, and he really tried to take the ball from Cousins. I found that remarkable too.
Yeah, he's the boy. He grabbed him by the leg. He was still trying to get that ball away from him. So that was shout out to Cam, man. That's my guy, man. A Saints lifer for life.
So now a couple of these finishing sequences in the fourth quarter here. I thought the defense was giving up way too many yards at this point, where they're only down by a field goal, and it's like, why y'all giving up so many yards on like a screen pass? It's like I don't know, third and 17 or 20 or something like that. They do a screen pass, but they hit like the screen pass for like 16 yards or something, and they make it to where it's a makeable field goal for cool. And so this is probably like a 49-yarder or something like that. But Cool does miss it, and it's like 6:39 left on the clock. Again, I found that remarkable they missed that. But what's up with the defense playing so soft in this area like this?
I don't know. It's like we don't know how to shut teams down, like really shut them down. Mm-hmm. And it's like whatever. And that was another reason why I was happy that Dennis Allen was gone. But at the same time, I was always worried that Dennis Allen would be gone because, he was the guy that ran our defense. But then again, lately, his defense hasn't been, up to par either. So it's like, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take a while to get some changes, but it's like when we play good in the first half and then we slack off for the second, it's like, we're not going to win football games that way. We barely won this one because we couldn't stop Cousins when we needed to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the penalties killing the Saints. The follow-up drive to this missing the field goal, like, if we go down and we score a field goal or something like that, we put further distance between us, more pressure on them. No, we turn around, we pretty much give the ball back because of all the penalties we have. Biggest penalty here was this intentional grounding on Carr. That one like totally killed the drive there. And I'm getting worried at this point because we just had to stop. Okay, the guy just missed field goal. Now we're about to get the ball right back.
Yeah, it's like I said, it was one of those where I wish he was more of a scrambler Or well, I get it. Because he turns and runs instead of does a cut. Because there's been a few times he had spaces where he can at least get a good solid 2, 3, maybe 4 yards, and maybe throw a pass before he crosses that line of scrimmage or something. To buy the receiver some time to get open again. But it was like there was no one on that side where he threw that to. So it was.
Right.
It was, I guess, if he took the sack, it probably would have been less than the extra 10-yard penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those, at least run out the pocket and throw it away. But
yeah,
it's one of those, he panics a little bit, and it's like he doesn't think clearly. So there's sometimes I'm like, dude, just run, get 2 or 3 yards, make it some type of positive yardage play or something, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. And the Falcons get the ball back. They are running the ball effectively still, but hey, the clock is still running, so we can't continue to run the ball. And Honey Badger comes up with a big interception, 2 minutes left in the game. I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was going to be the end of it. Thought we were going to be able to run the clock out. And this is the sequence where the Saints we're trying to run the ball out. We're trying to run the clock out. And on 3rd and long, we hit Kamara on a deep ball. They could have sealed
unguarded.
The game. Dropped it. Yeah. Wide open. Beautiful play call. He dropped it. And so they get the ball back. And I'm like, it's gonna be this bull again. I'm gonna be upset at the end of this thing. I know it.
Yeah, man, because I'm like, oh no. I'm like, you giving Kirk Cousins the ball back at a minute 35 with their timeouts, and it's like, oh no. Kirk Cousins is gonna be Kirk Cousins in the 4th.
You can't keep doing that, bro. And then, right off the bat, here comes a flag on Alante Taylor for holding. All right, look, the Saints finished this game with 8 penalties, 76 yards, bro. All right, we got a lot of flags this game, I'm telling you. But
it's always like that in division games too, which sucks.
True, it's true. But after that, man, we get a huge sack from Chase Young of all people, a big loss of 19 yards. And that's when Cousins hits McLeod, and he gets tackled inbounds. Time runs out. It's game over. Saints win 2017. But way too much drama there.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that. He got that tackle inbound because it was out of bounds. He would have had one play to try something, and with the way everything was going, those 2 receivers could easily had a chance to do something.
Seriously.
So, but it shouldn't even be like that. If for some reason Herrera, I'm still tripping off that him of all people dropping an easy touchdown pass with that speed with nobody catching him. So I was like, oh no, this is gonna be one of those games where we had it in the bag and we gotta rely on our defense who can't shut anyone out this season. It was like, oh Jesus, like just give me another pick or something, somebody.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I was trying to guard my heart, bro, but I was in it. Okay, I would have been heartbroken. Okay, heartbroken if we would have lost this game. I ain't gonna lie to you. So the Saints improved to 3-7, while the Falcons go to 6-4. I forgot to check to see if the Bucks won their game. I was trying to keep an eye on it, but it was hard to do with the Saints.
They did not.
Oh,
Niners went off
there we go. The Niners won. Hell yeah! See, this is what happens. This is what happens. You start getting that hope again.
Yeah, but you know how many wins you got to rack off in a row.
I mean, look, the Bucks got 4 wins. Falcons got 6 wins.
We got
right
3.
there.
We got
we right
3.
there.
we got 3. You know, we got 3. So we gotta win next week, man. We gotta win the next one, because they're, like you said, Falcons got 6 wins, Tampa has 5, and right now we got the Browns next. So before we get the Rams again, and the Rams are fully loaded.
How do you approach the rest of the season? Are you one of the
do not tank? Play. If we wind up keep losing, but we actually try to play, cool. I'm happy with that. I'm not happy that we're losing, but I'm happy that everyone puts in the effort. I don't believe in tanking. I don't think the Saints culture believes in tanking, even though some people are saying, you know, tank for this person, tank for Travis Hunter, tank for Shador. I'm like, no. Like, wherever we fall at, that's where we fall at. I'm pretty sure they'll probably make some, you know, pick swaps or this and that. But tanking, no. We, like you said, in that division, we're not completely out of it just yet. So we just got to keep racking wins. We already beat the Falcons. We got to play the Bucs again. We're 1-1 with Carolina. So luckily we got that first win out the way against them. Should have had 2. But it is what it is. But
everybody.
Yeah, we got to beat the Browns. You know, Winston's coming. We getting Winston again. Then the Rams, and then the Giants. That should be another easy win. And then we got Jaden Daniels coming back home to the Dome in a few weeks, and then we got Jordan Love and the Raiders, and then the Bucs. So our playoff hopes is a long shot, but we at least got to win 3 games, 3 more games this season to at least try to have a 9-7 record, or to give hope to the offseason going to the next season that, you know, this team didn't lie down, because that's one thing I don't want, is this team just give up and not play. Just to trying to find some hero from college, and it's like we don't need to draft a quarterback.
I always say it's a lot to be putting on one person, especially a rookie. You know, to be like, hey, you know, you're the guy, like we did with Ricky Williams. You know, like, you're the savior of the team, bro. That's a lot of pressure to put on any young guy like that, man. So yeah, I don't. Part of me does actively root for tanking, but yeah, football is such a short season that it always sucks to say worry about next year. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be here next year, you know.
Yeah.
You know, next year is a long way away, man. You know, I want to win right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't believe in tanking. I'm just like, just keep playing, keep winning, you know, Dennis Allen's no longer there, so it lit a spark in the locker room. So hopefully that carries on moving forward for the rest of the season. And I mean, we had issues last year. We wound up winning, you know, a handful of games in the end. So maybe this is one of those, you know, everyone's rocking with Rizzo. So it's like, maybe that'll transition, get better play calling, and, you know, one game at a time. Because, yeah, we got the Browns. We got Myles Garrett. We got Jameis. I mean, Jameis is Jameis, but also Jameis is Jameis. So we can't, you know, shortchange him. We got to be prepared for him.
Yeah, you better be prepared, man. Don't let him come through and whip your behind when you let him go. So I don't want to hear any of that crap, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Because we got the Rams like 3 weeks from now after our bye week. So we gotta go on a winning streak. We gotta go on a 2-game winning streak, carry that into the bye. Hopefully Olave will be good. We have Olave and Scantling. You know,
didn't they put him on IR? I thought they put Olave on IR.
Is he?
I believe so.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was just out.
Yeah, he got placed on IR.
Oh, see now that changes everything. Now we just got to rely on Skelly and our receivers catching some passes. So they're understanding the assignment. So we just gotta get there. I mean, we got some winnable games. We just gotta get there.
How confident are you in picking up Marquez Valdez-Scantling in fantasy football and starting him?
I'm because picking up a wide receiver that's a tricky one, especially someone who's notorious, known for being a letdown. But now that he's gonna be QB1,
he's the top wide receiver in New Orleans, that's for sure.
I'm confident. I'm confident getting him. I'm just not confident in Kubiak keeping these deep passes as on the playbook. Because after those 2 touchdowns, that was it for Valdez. He didn't really get seen at all the rest of the
Second
game.
half, yes, he disappeared.
So that's my biggest worry. Otherwise, I'd be like, it wouldn't hurt to pick him up because he might get you a first down, a few catches or something like that. So it's hard to tell in fantasy, but I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to catch the ball in New Orleans, bro. Somebody got to do it.
So, and since he's the vet, I'm pretty sure he's going to – when they look at the film, they saw how he burnt them DBs, and it's like Carr is good when there's deep pass attempts. And it's like either the guy can catch him or they can't. With the exception of Kamara, we got 2 guys, Kamara and Scanley, that can catch footballs. It's like, just try it.
Yep.
Don't mean do it, every play like you did with Shaheed, which pretty much got him on IR. But, mix that in there. The dude can run routes. He can run slants. So.
Yep. Well, hey, man, I am going to enjoy the rest of this day, especially after my Tigers came out yesterday and laid a freaking egg. Now the Saints pick me right back up.
I was out. Okay. I was out with someone yesterday watching a movie, having dinner. I walk out. Someone texted me about some penalty not getting overturned and the end zone getting trashed, and I'm like, the hell? I walk out the theater. I check the score. I'm like, what the hell?
Yes.
27-3. I'm like, man, this can't be happening, man. That we needed to beat Bama to be in the top 10 of the rankings, and now we're like 22. Like, we shouldn't even be 22. We don't even need to be ranked. We shouldn't be ranked.
Tell you, the last 6 quarters of LSU football has been atrocious, especially on offense.
The way I see it is John Gruden had a 9-year, 10-year contract with the Raiders and got fired. So I'm like, shit, Brian Kelly can still get fired.
It's a lot of money. It'd be $68 million right now to tell him to go home.
It's like, God damn.
It's a lot of money to tell somebody to go home.
And we're stuck with this too. We ain't gonna be.
That is it, bro.
Change coaching staff or something, because man, that's on our home soil on primetime television.
Yep. You hear about the tiger they had brought into the stadium and everything too?
So they actually did bring in an actual tiger to Death Valley.
They got the tiger from Florida. I'm pretty sure it's one of Carol Baskin's tigers. If you watched the Tiger King.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So one of the tiger from Florida or whatever, he was fine, but everybody's blaming the tiger as part of the bad juju. So no, the tiger's not welcome. I don't think he needs to be coming back.
So I guess that's probably an Auburn tiger that they brought into the state.
Yeah. Yeah, we did the wrong thing. We got the wrong guy.
All these fake Tigers out here, they brought in the wrong one. But yeah, it was. We don't need to bring animals to the stadium because a whole lot of mess could have went wrong there. We don't need an actual tiger.
The governor
around people.
Governor of Louisiana, he ran on this and he delivered his promise. So
he need a new mayor or governor because that was a casualty waiting to happen if that tiger was like, the hell with all of y'all in this football game. Feed me more.
Oh, well, that would be a total disaster to do something like that, man. For sure.
I mean, the fans had more energy than the players did. They ever since game day, and shout out to Pat McAfee because man, I don't watch game day often, but man, he had me dying. He
did that, bro, on live game day
3 times. He told Brian Kelly,
"Rate him in, please."
He was like, "Hey,
last time it was loud, bro.
He was like, "Hey, coach, I don't know what they're saying." It's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Wow."
You heard everything the crowd said that last time.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
That man cannot get counseled even if he tried, man. It's like, Jesus, the networks, they just love the guy.
That's it, man. So maybe one of these days, man, we'll be big enough to be on ESPN, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pat started right here. So
oh yeah. Be like a guest on Pat McAfee show or something.
Mm-hmm.
Talk some LSU or be one of the guest pickers on a show when it's LSU time. So yeah.
That's right. All right, man. We're wrapping this thing up. Appreciate everybody joining and all the comments and everything like that. But I really appreciate the Saints beating the Falcons 20-17.
Yes. Yes. Clipped them dirty birds and gave them a shower because, man, shout out to y'all kicker, man. Y'all did us a solid.
Yep.
I mean, he has an honorary jersey in his locker or outside his house if he ever wants it, because good job, cool. Good job. Cool. Hate you on my fantasy team, but hey, a regular team win beats a fantasy team win any day.
That's right. So
do that.
All right. We will see y'all again when the Saints take care of business versus the Browns. We'll be here to talk about that too. So I am Dale. My guy Trail, Sports for You. Be sure to check him out on Wednesdays. Gonna be talking wrestling for sure. So let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good week, man. Good week. Who that?
Right. Who that?
Remember to follow us on social media at BS and Beer Media. Also, smash the like button on YouTube and share with friends.